Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Just ready. Turn the engine. Watch out, watch out.
And a former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On third down, Jackson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now Jackson will look to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now Jackson. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Now Ballage. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A first carry for Trenton Cannon. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get. And
looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. On second and 15 now. Jackson, and that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Here's Jackson on third and long. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They run it with Jacobs, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second and 14. Jackson, well, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4. The last run got 6. Now second and 4. The play fake to Balaj. Now Rosen. He's got his man on the crossing route. A gain there of 30 big ones. Well, that'll help get you out of danger. So much for playing it conservatively back towards your own goal line.
That aggressive mentality, sometimes you can use it, and they did there against a defense who probably thought to themselves, there's no way they take a shot here this deep in their own territory.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. On play action, Rosen eluding the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Rosen. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They'll run here with Balazs. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 11. 31 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 26, right?
They'll run on first down with Cannon. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10. At the 11-yard line. Watch the pass.
Throwing on 2nd down. Rosen looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
I didn't know. It's making noises.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flushed out right. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And he goes
I'm not going to
out
see him
right
run with
around the
Jackson all day
39.
either.
He'll get 8 on the
I think that's what
scramble
he think he
there.
better
He's
do.
2nd and a couple.
I'm about to stop that.
On 2nd down, Ingram.
I'm about to stop that.
He is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Let me get them distance. I'm sick of your excuses this time. Me, how could you do this? You bad about myself.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number one. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Only able to get it to the 2-yard line on his return. Not going to make a lot of friends on your team when you only get it that far.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Alright, shooters on pretty.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away.
Go deep. Can we take it there for a little bit? Can we go there?
At this point, going to make that defense
I think I want to go there. I think I want to go there.
Now a play fake here.
I think I want to go. Oh my!
Escape and he goes down. Josh Bynes in there to bury him for a loss of 11. They're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's Rosen to throw. Wide open receiver complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Yeah. I'm about to put together.
And they will send this one away.
You see what I put my tour name is?
Fielded in the end zone.
Best comeback of the century.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Well, yeah, I was going through a lot, so I left the league, and it was nothing personal, though. Like there's still a lot going on, so I'm perfect in a few weeks.
Drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try to get back to where you were to start the half.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again.
And that I was coming to give it down. Like your precious the rest of it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come
I
up
told
on
you that it was so good for me. I really know that's
Jackson to throw.
now it ain't never gonna be over for me. I'm just getting started. You know I'm a legend. Every day like a rabbit. Feeling like you in heaven. Like you in heaven.
Here's 1st and 10.
I ain't never going in and stressing, no. I've been investing my time to get on my grind. Now I got the best comeback.
Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
The best comeback.
And his throw here is incomplete. Well, the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%.
This is the comeback of the century.
And it's not just on him.
And I feel it, man.
Few breakdowns
Do
along
you
the
hear
way
me?
has made him
I had to take it back to the field.
Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The
Hey,
coverage has
you
been
keep burning my energy.
They gotta all get together and find ways
I'm gonna
to make
blitz
this
him,
passing
and it's gonna be a
game
risk, but I'm gonna do it.
Jackson.
Hold him.
Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
That is so good for me. I already know that's a...
That hold
Now it
coming
ain't
from the
never
left side
gonna
of the
be
line.
over for me. I'm just getting started. You know I'm a legend. Every day like a reverend.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson throwing here complete to Boyle. Gets through and now an opening. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right. He'll get 5 out of the scramble.
You think he gonna win screaming with Lamar, but this is what he did last time. He ain't doing that this
turned it
time.
into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit. And he's going to be intercepted.
I'm about to make history, I'm telling you. I'm feeling it this time.
And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
Yo.
2nd and 5
Hold on.
now.
I'm about to record this.
Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
Yo,
And
I gotta
bring him
record
down
this.
here right
I gotta
around the
record this.
17-yard line. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3.
She
But
took it
now it's
there.
3rd down.
Take it down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Balaj. And he's going to get the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. This is caught by Antonio Brown. The 40, the 30, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Yo, stop.
Antonio Brown.
They keep commenting,
78
bro.
yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Yo. Bruh. I need to go to another
Out is the
concert.
kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken short. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Back now in Miami. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Yo, everybody just blew up my phone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
They live to fight another down, right?
Yes, sir.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. This is caught inside the 15. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I need somebody to. I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna blow it up and put it in the picture.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Yo.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen, he's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Rosen, and that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant you a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This is caught. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Jackson now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception.
What was the score last time you beat me? I won like 50-something, but I scored. What I lose by?
At the 34-yard line.
Make it funky.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rosen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now Rosen looking to throw, and that will be incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. They're going on fourth down. Rosen. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson is going to float this one deep. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this two-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the... And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Young. And they have the football and will take over at at the 24-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. They got his man complete. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now in the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.